hope you're good. So today I'm going to be packing my bag to show you guys what tools I use when I am in church. I serve in the technical department in my church as a camera operator, and I assist in our larger scale events. It's so important to be prepared for any situation, and it makes your workflow so much easier. So I'm gonna just show you my tool bag. It has loads of different size pockets in the front and the back, as well as the inside, and I'm just gonna show you guys what tools I put inside, and I hope you find this video informative. I'm going to first pack my pouch. So basically I put all my essentials in there, such as my phone and just essential tools. It just avoids me just carrying my tool bag everywhere, so I can leave my tool bag in one place, and then if I need something straight away I just take it out of my pouch. I'm going to get a proper tool belt soon, but for now I'm just using my pouch because it's what I have in my house right now. Next I'm going to pack my T-bar. It's basically a wide flathead screwdriver. It's basically to help screw tripod plates onto the bottom of cameras. Sometimes we're running around looking for a screwdriver and we use the back of our keys or a coin, but yeah, I have my T-bar on standby, and I also have a Phillips head screwdriver as well as a set of pliers. It's just to tighten or loosen anything, and it's just so important to have these tools. Sometimes you just need to tighten any screws on your tripod or on the camera or in any sort of rig. Alternatively, you can get a multiple bit screwdriver. So it's basically a screwdriver with an empty head and then with the bits, and then you just place it on top. This is by Magnet. You can also get a multi-tool. So it's basically when you have all the tools in one, similar to a penknife. I used to have a multi-tool, but the parts started falling out, so I need to get a new one. But for now, I'm just using the separate tools. Next up, I'm going to pack my Allen key set. So it's basically a set of different size Allen keys. A lot of rigs require an Allen key to set it up and put it together, and normally they don't provide you with an Allen key, and sometimes you just need to tighten or loosen any sort of screw that requires an Allen key in it. So yeah, it's just really important to have, so make sure you have it. Next I'm going to pack a 1/4 inch camera screw. Sometimes a camera needs extra support on the tripod or on the rig, so just have a screw on standby and make sure you don't lose it. They are so easy to lose if you don't keep them properly. Next I'm going to pack my lens cleaning kit. So this is by Zeiss, and I'm just gonna briefly show you what's inside the bag. So it's a little blower just to blow away any dust or crumbs, and it also comes with a little dust brush as well. You just scroll it up and it will come out. Also it comes with a lens cleaning solution as well as some lens tissue and some lens cloth. Don't use like ordinary cloth to clean your lenses or an ordinary cleaning solution. You might end up scratching and damaging your lens rather than cleaning it, so invest in a really good lens cleaner or a lens cleaning kit. Next I'm going to pack one of my favorite things. It's my 2-inch black roll of pro gaffer tape. I love this stuff. It's so important to tape down your wires if you need to. Sometimes you need to tape stuff onto other stuff. You need to tape stuff onto walls. I'm just showing you guys the tabby, just makes it easier to pull. And guys, get the good stuff. Don't invest in that cheap stuff. Look how nicely it rips off, and try reuse your gaffer tape if you can. A normally cheap gaffer tape, you can't really reuse it. It normally leaves the sticky residue, but the good stuff doesn't. And trust me, this stuff will not damage your walls, whereas the cheaper ones may do. So do invest in some good roll of gaffer tape. Next I'm going to be packing my 1-inch roll of blue gaffer tape. I've also put a tabby on the top, makes it easier to find, and I've also reeled it onto these film spools. It just makes it a space saver in my bag, and also I look less silly than if I was to carry like multiple rolls of different gaffer tape and they're full size. They're used to make marks on the floor. Maybe you might move your pulpit. You just need to mark the place where you put it, so when you put it back in the right place. Next up I'm going to be packing some electrical tape. It's mainly used for repairing or joining together smaller cables. Sometimes you may have the odd exposed wire, you may need to wrap it around and protect it. Next I'm going to pack some markers. They're basically metal T-brackets wrapped in gaffer tape, so sometimes you may need to mark positions of people or even objects. So you just place the marker on the floor and just let the person stand there. Maybe it's the lead singer or whoever needs to stand. Just makes them stand in the most accurate position so you can set their camera shot properly. I also have some cable ties. Who doesn't love a bit of cable organization? And guys, make sure you get reusable cable ties. Reusable cable ties are so much much better for the environment. And then also, because they're reusable, you don't have to cut them with scissors, you just remove them from the latch. Alternatively, you can pack some Velcro cable ties as well. Same concept really, because they're reusable, you can use them again and again and again, and they're so much better for the environment. And they come in a variety of colors, so you can maybe group your wires together and allocate them to a particular color if it makes your workflow easier and better. So I'm going to pack my black cable ties today because I have the longer ones and the shorter ones. Guys, make sure you have a safe running workspace. Make sure your wires are not a trip hazard. Make sure you have a tidy and organized workspace. Next up, I'm going to pack some batteries. I have some AA's and some AAA's. Sometimes those things may just stop working on you, maybe like a projector remote or a TV remote, even mic packs or wireless microphones if you don't have charging stations and you run off those batteries. So just carry some spares and have them on standby. I'm also going to pack a 2-meter tape measure. I love how small and cute this one is, and you may be wondering, why a tape measure? Sometimes you need to measure stuff like cables and even rigs or speakers or even a particular space to actually fit something there. So just have it on standby, just have it in case. You also, if you're on iPhone, you have the Measure app, and the Measure app is actually pretty accurate as well, but I prefer the old-fashioned tape measure. Next up, I'm packing a marker. I'm just showing you guys that I have a thick liner and a fine liner as well. You may need to mark stuff like cards. You may need to label if the card is full or empty, or if you have multiple cards coming from multiple cameras, you may mark them as 1 or 2 and 3. And I also have a normal ballpoint pen. It's just one of those things that people need but just never have on them. It's just a useful thing to have. And also, in case you needed to fill out a form and you need to give your details, just have it on standby. Next up, I'm packing my bottle of water. Guys, it's so important to stay hydrated and invest in a metal bottle as well. Again, it's so much better for the environment, and this particular one comes with a carabiner, so I can actually strap it onto my bag and I can even clip it onto myself. It's so important to stay hydrated because you're going to be moving around. Sometimes you may not even have a chance to just sit down and take a break, and a sip of water is what you need. I'm just going to place it to the side because I actually want to pack it last. Next up, I'm packing some snacks. So I have some cereal bars here and a little tub of sunflower seeds. Again, for the same reason, sometimes you're going to be working long hours and multiple days, and you may not even have a chance to have a break and just eat properly. So have some quick snacks that are just easy to eat on the go. This one is specifically for the ladies. So sometimes you may have a circumstance where, you know, your period happens. Always carry a set of pads or tampons if you're a tampon user, or whatever method you use. Just make sure you have it on standby because, hey, you never know, it might come. And if you want to keep it discreet, just put it in a little pouch and then just put it in your bag. But me, I don't really care because I'm the one who's going to be looking in my bag anyway. It's so important to be prepared and make sure you track your periods, but just have them in case they may come early or come late. Next, I'm also going to pack my deodorant because you're going to be lifting heavy things, you're going to be running around, and me, I break a sweat quite easily and I don't want to be smelling funky, so I'm gonna pack that. I'm also going to pack some hand sanitizer. Who knows where the equipment has been? The cables are going to be on the floor and your hands may get a bit dirty. I also make sure at the end of every day, as you should, to wash your hands. But I just have some hand sanitizer with me. And I have some hand cream because, guys, it's 2021. Yes, we are camera operating and lifting heavy things, but we shouldn't do it with dry hands, okay? Look after your hands, guys. I'm also going to pack some fuses. You may think that the plug has given out on you and the cable is dead, but maybe that the fuse is just given out and you just need to change the fuse. They're so cheap to buy as well. I actually got this from the pound shop and they come with different amps as well. I'm also going to pack some gloves. You may need them if you're handling hot lights or if you're fixing up some heavy rigging or you just need to lift some heavy boxes. It's important to protect your hands from the elements and just from different things. I'm also going to pack a torch because sometimes the auditorium or your church hall can be really dark during service and it's hard to see the camera settings. You can also use your phone torch, but I've just packed an old, good old-fashioned torch. And before I go on, I just wanted to mention that this is specifically if you're packing for church events, for ministry events, and you're in the camera department for that, not necessarily for film shoots, music video shoots, etc. I'm going to do a completely separate video for that. I'm going to pack my keys because of course I need to get into my house, but attached to my keys is a USB. I just have it on standby in case anyone wants to store some files somewhere. You can bring a hard drive, but my USB is large enough, so I just pack it with me. Ain't nobody leaving their house without their phone and their debit card and their ID. And we're packed and ready to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hope you found it informative. I always say it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And if you want more of this kind of content, just let me know. God bless you. Bye for now.